from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats. Circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? We ready, been ready, I waited, my turn, on God, held steady. I keep dropping back to back, I keep going if you let me. I've been sitting at the top, looking down at those who left me. Promise I'm not being petty, I'm the one they envy. Brody moving state to state, make $1 million out the semi. Plus I grinded from the start, I was stacking pennies. I might dip like Machiavelli, after the confetti. Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Motivation to youth only. Mentally feel like Kobe. I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me. I don't care if you're pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili. From young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats. Circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance.
What's good, everyone? It's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the performance review of the EQLZ 24/7. So without further ado, let's check them out. So as far as the traction goes on the 24/7, as you can see right here at the bottom of the shoe, you do have these lines that run all the way around the outsole right here, kind of like a wave pattern. And then on the inside of those lines, you have these little dots that are kind of like serrated teeth, and they do have a decent amount of movement. So on any hard lateral cuts or linear movements, whether you're on clean or dirty floors, I played with this shoe at my local YMCA, which is very dirty, my local gym over at the community center, and then a brand new floor. And I never really had to wipe this outsole at all. I never slid out in this basketball shoe once. This traction pattern is tried and true. Obviously you can see it is a solid rubber outsole, but all things considered, this is an absolute top tier traction. And for me right now, it's one of the top traction patterns out. And as far as the durability goes on this rubber compound outsole, as you can see right here on the white portion on the side of the shoe, there is a little bit of wear and tear, but as far as all these little nubs right here, none of them are wearing away. So as far as durability goes on indoor courts, I don't think you're gonna have any issues. And I actually think you could bring these outdoors and you really would not have any issues as well. So as far as the traction goes on this model right here, I'm gonna have to give them a very solid 10 out of 10. I never had any issues. The durability is definitely keeping up. And overall, a very tried and true traction pattern here on the 24/7. Now, as far as the cushioning goes on this model right here, they are calling it a Pebax super critical foam. You might ask yourself what that is. I believe a Pebax is a plastic material, and they make this foam compound by injecting it with nitrogen. And how this performs on court. Now in the heel, you get a ton of impact protection, and in the forefoot, you get a very nice bounce, but it's a lot closer to the floor. The heel to toe drop in this shoe, I believe, is 6 millimeters. So you get a very nice balanced cushioning setup. And the only thing I could really compare this to once it breaks in is kind of like Zoom Air. It just has that very snappy feeling underfoot. And I very much like playing in this basketball shoe as far as the cushioning goes. Now, as far as the foam compound on the outside of the shoe, you do get a standard EVA foam. It has a very nice compression underfoot. So overall, a very nice and balanced ride here in the 24/7. I really enjoyed my time in them. I'm about 215 pounds at 6'2", and this cushioning system definitely held up over the 12 hours that I did play with these. So as far as the cushioning goes in this model right here, I'm gonna have to give them a very solid 9.5 out of 10. I've really enjoyed my time in them, and I'm definitely excited to keep playing in them because over time, the cushioning just keeps getting better. It definitely started out a little bit more on the firm side, but the more I played in them, the more plush they felt. So I'm very excited to continue to play in this basketball shoe because the cushioning has been fantastic thus far. One other thing as far as the cushioning goes, the insole within this shoe is actually the supercritical foam insole as well. So you do get some really nice step-in comfort with that insole directly underfoot. So fantastic job as far as the overall cushioning goes in this model right here. As far as the fit goes, I went with my standard size 10.5. Now usually I'm a size 10.5 or an 11. I opted for 10.5 and I'm very happy that I did so because this is a very snug one-to-one fit in a size 10.5 for me. My toe is basically touching the end of the shoe right here. And then as far as the midfoot and the forefoot, this shoe is very wide foot friendly. So I do believe wide footers stick true to size and you should be good to go. But if you usually go between two sizes, I would go with the smaller size so you have that snug one-to-one fit and no extra volume or length in this shoe because you want this shoe to be more of like an extension of your foot. That is what the designer Aaron Cooper was going for with this kind of sock-like fit. And I do believe he did achieve that because for me, in a size 10.5, it's a very snug fit and it just feels like a sock on foot. And I really enjoyed my time in them. And that's why they're gonna score a very nice 9.5 out of 10 as far as the fit goes. As far as the materials go on this model right here, I absolutely love it. Now, starting at the top of the shoe, you kind of have this really nice spandex material. It's honestly like a sock. I really love the material at the top of the shoe. Moving your way down from that, you have this very nice perforated knit material, which offers a ton of breathability, but some really nice structure as far as support goes. And then running down where you'd usually have the tongue, you have more of this really nice stretchy spandex material, which has a ton of perforations. So as far as the breathability goes, I never had any issues with this shoe getting overly hot. Now, just below that, you have this leather rand that runs 360 degrees around the shoe, and then this leather tab right here. They gave you a very nice leather material on this upper right here. So you get some of the past materials with the leather, some of the newer knit materials, and some really nice spandex materials. So as far as the materials go on the 24/7, in my opinion, I'm giving them a very nice 10 out of 10. I really love what the brand gave us here as far as these materials on this basketball shoe. There is just a little bit of break in time with this leather material, but once they're broken in, they feel very natural and they're honestly very form-fitting as far as the fit goes. So again, a very solid 10 out of 10 as far as the materials go. As far as the weight goes on this model, again, this is a US size 10.5 and they do come in at 16 ounces. Now, typically for a size 10.5, they're usually around 13.5 or 14 ounces for me, but 16 ounces is really a non-issue because once you have these on foot, they don't feel heavy at all. As far as the support goes on this basketball shoe right here, starting at the back of the shoe, you have a very rigid internal TPU heel counter, which does a great job of locking your foot in at the back of this basketball shoe right here. Now, I know a ton of people ask about the ankle support. Obviously, this is very flimsy. It does fit more like a sock. You get ankle support from having a rigid internal or external heel counter, getting your proper size within a basketball shoe, and then obviously having a wide and stable base and tying the shoe tight down to your foot so there's no extra movement within the shoe to offer that ability to sprain your ankle. Now, this shoe is very good as far as the support goes. Like I mentioned, an internal heel counter. Moving your way down from that, you have this EVA material and then this plastic kind of plate right here on the lateral and on the medial side. Now, your foot is seated, housed within both of those, the EVA foam and the plate. So on any hard lateral cuts, your foot does not spill over at all within this basketball shoe. And then as far as the torsional rigidity with that plate here on the lateral and on the medial side, it has fantastic torsional rigidity and just offering some nice arch support within this basketball shoe right here. Moving your way down from that, you have a very wide and stable base right here in the 24/7, as you can see. So really no shortage as far as the support goes. I would just mention to get a very snug 1-to-1 fit, because while this shoe was breaking in, I did have a little bit of movement within the shoe. But like I said, once they broke in and I tied them down very snug on foot, I had no issues as far as these fit or support goes. And that's why the support's going to get a very solid 9 out of 10. Now, last but not least, as far as the aesthetics of this shoe right here, I think these are absolutely beautiful. I've had about 30 inboxes saying this should have been Wemby's first basketball shoe as far as the overall aesthetics. Now, obviously, it takes about 18 months to design a shoe and to get it into factories and then into our hands. So this shoe was thought out and created far before he ever stepped foot on a basketball court. And I really love what the brand is doing here as far as the aesthetics, the design lines, and the overall tech package they are giving you for that $150 price point. Sound off in the comments what you guys think of this shoe. Did you guys purchase them? And are you guys excited to try this model out from EQLZ? So that's going to do it for my performance review on this model right here. Like I said, this is going to be a shoe that sticks in my bag for the foreseeable future. It's a tried and true basketball shoe with amazing traction, very comfortable cushioning directly underfoot with that super critical foam. A very nice fitting basketball shoe for me in my true to size, a very snug 1-to-1 fit. The materials on this basketball shoe for $150, you're getting some raw materials and then some of those newer knit materials. Super comfortable on foot and more or less an extension of your foot. And then like I said, as far as the support goes, really no shortage as far as the support goes on this basketball shoe right here. I will put a link down in the comments where you guys can purchase these shoes. These are available in select sizes. For the most part, it is a pre-order now because they have sold out. There is a white, all white colorway that is dropping next weekend, and then a black on black colorway that is dropping soon as well over on their website, EQLZ.com. So sound off in the comments what you guys think of this shoe and what your favorite color is as far as the black and white, the white on white, or the all black. But like I mentioned, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would definitely help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at Sneaker Tech Talk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.